Yo, what's going on? It's your main man, Rick the Dawn, and we are back. Yo, I am just happy and just want to quickly say thank you to everybody that's been supporting the series with likes and comments and stuff like that. Really appreciate y'all. I want to start this episode by checking out the weight class rank just to show everybody, pretty much where everything is. I know I don't really do this often. That's why I'm going to do it today. This series is called Chasing Ali, and I just think it's only right that we kind of see where we are in the chase. All right, here's your main man, Rick King, and we are pretty low in the heavyweight division. You would think we would be a little bit higher, but where is that scary man at? I think I might have passed him. I'm hoping that Muhammad Ali retires before I ever get a chance to see him. That would be amazing. All right, where you at, Ali? I think he's a belt holder. There he is right there. All right, I'm scared. I'm running, trying my best not to have anything to do with this guy. Even though it's called Chasing Ali, I don't want no smoke until my fighter is a lot better. And I don't think he's there yet. But I will point out a very interesting fight that I kind of want to get into. Boaz Lowe, he gave me a big fight when we were sparring, and he was pretty tough to beat. And I kind of want to run that, but I don't want to move up the rankings too fast. I feel like if I run it against him, that's exactly what could potentially happen. As far as the pound for pound, Tony Walters is a scary looking guy. Let me just say that real quick. As far as me, I'm 83 on the pound for pound list, and I'm 100% okay with that. But Tony Walters is that guy, apparently. He's the guy that everybody seems to be after because he's the champ. And I just want to quickly highlight this guy because I just feel like at some point our paths are going to cross. All right, where he is. Tony Walters, only 4 losses. He seems to be like, the real deal. He's a level 88, a rank 88, so we don't want to bother him right now. Let's go ahead and mosey away from this whole situation. Let's get away quickly as well. All right, here we are. We're not, for those people who didn't see the last episode, what are you doing, man? It was a great episode. I don't know how you missed that one. It's probably one of the best ones so far. And this guy right here, Ansel Judah, called me out, and I just thought it was a little preemptive. Not sure it was the smartest idea. And if you look, you'll see that as far as the pound for pound ranking, I'm higher than him. So not exactly sure why he bothering me, but we gotta accept the challenge. I mean, that's only right. That's how it has to go. All right. I think I took care of all my training sessions, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm right. Oh wow, he wants to fight without training. Is that accurate? Do I not get a training session? So that was an interesting call out. So he called me out, and it doesn't look like I had the opportunity to train. Now this guy is 25-8. He's had 3 draws. It's not bad. I mean, actually, that is kind of bad in my personal opinion. He has 3 draws, and real world connotations. Okay, how did this happen? How did Ansel Judah think to call us out? My only guess is he's looking for a payday. He sees that I'm buzzing. He sees that I'm coming up the ranks, and he's an over the hill fighter with several losses, 3 draws, and he's looking for a comeback. He's looking for redemption, and perhaps he spots some kind of weakness in my game. That's the only thing I can think of. It's a big risk, but let's face it, he's already lost several times. So what is another loss to Ansel Judah? That's the question. Like, what is another loss? If he loses this fight, he was supposed to lose. But if he can land a big shot, then, everybody will look at him as that guy. And I think this is a smart move on Ansel Judah's part to take this risk against this up-and-coming kid that's 16-0 with a glass chin. I didn't say that. You kidding me, man? You know what's scary? I'm just going to say it now, and hopefully this is not 25-8. That's actually a very respectable record for the record. He is 6'1". I think that's going to be a little bit of an issue for him, being a little bit on the shorter side. But, yeah. But I think I'm a little nervous because when it comes to knockouts, I am really, really bad at getting up off the canvas in this game because they made it so complicated. All right, it's time to stop talking. I watched that good punch, and that could have been it right there. I watched that last episode so many times, maybe 3 times, and I saw so many issues that I didn't like. I didn't like the over output on throws, and I didn't like the lack of protection of my body. That one guy absolutely exposed me, and this guy right here is clearly a counter puncher. So what I got to do is I have to make sure that I vary my punches a little bit. Don't want to do what I did last fight, which is just really be one-dimensional, really. But I can't help myself when he's throwing these punches All right, here we go. Hey, man, doesn't this game still look so good, man? I don't know how EA pulled this off. This game looks so good, even now. But, yeah, last episode, I don't know how you missed that one. Great episode. Perhaps, you know, YouTube is not really showing it so much as far as recommendations. And I understand why. I'm a small channel. But still, you got to see it anyway. All right, this fight is a little different. I like what he's doing. He's kind of poised even, you know. Oh, but he must not seen my tapes, man. He must not seen it. And I think he's opened himself up for the uppercut. Good punch. Man, I got so exposed in that last fight, man. It was so bad, bro. I felt so bad. Oh, you cannot take those. Judah, he has a great recovery rate. It was just not long ago when his energy was a little bit lower. And now he's right back in the fight. Interesting. He must has a really good recovery rate. But I didn't like how I got exposed in the body. I didn't realize I took so many body shots when I was recording. But as I was watching it back, I was like, wow, dude, I took so many body shots. And I didn't vary my punches enough. It was just like hook or bust, you know? There it is. Okay, I'm a little nervous. I think this guy has the chops to beat me, bro. I think he can do it. And that was the dumbest punch. He's a great counter puncher. So this guy's a counter puncher. And I got to be careful. Oh my gosh, this could be a loss, y'all. All right, let me stop saying that. This is not going to be a loss. I am going to correct my wrongs. But clearly, I got to take this guy seriously. I cannot just assume that I'm going to win this fight just because I'm me, you know? It's not one of those. I don't know how his energy came back so fast, though. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fight him for real. You know, I think I was just like, okay, he let me get a lot of punches on him. I think that's what it was. I got so many punches in him in that first round that I was like, I kind of took him lightly. But then his health recovered. It's like he was Wolverine. It was like fighting the final boss of a game. And you kind of getting off on him. And then out of nowhere, his energy comes all the way back. And it's like, oh, crap. He's like rejuvenated. Like he's completely rejuvenated. And that's what happened against Judah. Like he was like getting smacked up. And then out of nowhere, his energy popped back up. And I'm like, wait a minute, bro. And he took a lot of punches that last round. But he still like was kind of straight. So I'm gonna have to kind of keep that in my reservoir. And then the thing about this guy that's really starting to scare me a little bit, he's an amazing counterpuncher. So I have to be able to block a lot faster. And he's blocking, like he's able to kind of, how do you say this? I'm trying to think of a word while I'm also trying to win this fight. Yeah, he's really good at counterpunch. Okay, all right, got you, buddy, got you. If you're going to counterpunch that well, then I'm not going to punch as much. He's really exposing my inaccuracies when it comes to punching. Yeah, I got to be careful with this guy. He's counterpunching me to smithereens. And he has great blocking ability as well. I am taking note of everything that's happening. So how do you beat a person that's a counterpuncher? I think the answer is diversify your output. And I think, honestly, if this is real-world connotations we're talking about, this is exactly why he called me out, because he knows he's a counterpuncher. He knows I'm going to throw multiple punches at him and have several opportunities to counter me. So what I can do to, avert this is vary my punches widely. I'm not looking for the knockout anymore. I don't think this is going to be a knockout. I really don't. He's really good, man. This guy is scary. I don't know if it's coming through, translating through the video or whatever, but he is extremely good when it comes to countering. Like so much so that I have to really, really take him seriously. Like seriously. I don't know how do you beat this guy? I feel like I'm fighting against somebody that's smarter than me. And I say that because the way he's countering my punches is kind of like elite, you know? And then unlike the last few guys I fought, when he's countered my punches, he's countered with a big shot. So I'm really nervous, actually. Like, you see that? You saw how he countered it and then came back with a big shot? It wasn't like a little jab. It was a knockout punch, which is how he got me in that knockout animation just a moment ago. So this is actually a tough fight, yo. I'm glad to be able to deliver this content because I think, like, the boxing game community is lacking stuff like this, like real fights, you know. And, you know, as far as professional fights, you got the guys scared to fight each other, and you got draws, you got corruption in the boxing, and you got all that. So you just want to see real fights. And even though this is not a quote-unquote human real fight, it has that energy because I can lose. And, you know, I've come to the conclusion that people want to see authenticity, man. Nobody wants to see something that's scripted where they already know the conclusion, you know. And I think that's what a lot of YouTubers bring to the table. They already know that they're going to win. You already know they're going to win. They're not going to lose anything. You know, you already know that before you even click the freaking thumbnail, you already know they're not going to lose. You know that already because they've mastered the game and things of that nature. And I think for me, I haven't quite mastered this game. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I am being lightly exposed by Judah. Personally, I can say that. Ooh, that's got to be it right there, man. But I'm also not a bum. You know what I mean? Like, Judah better come correct or he going to be on that canvas pretty soon. I thought that was a good round for me. I'm going to be honest with you. And the scary part that I'm starting to notice is like, wait a minute, bro. You gotta start using your points. I haven't used my points. Now, I know somebody's screaming at the screen like, yo, Rick, what are you doing? Well, I was trying to, like, you know, I'm a saver, bro. I'm a compound. I like to save. Like, even with my money, I like to save it. I don't like to spend it. So I'll be walking around. You're going to see me in public one day. I'm like, you're going to see me in some church shoes. You're going to be like, yo, Rick, what you doing? You got money, right? Well, maybe I don't. Maybe I do, you know. But no, it's just like I like to save. So that's cool and all until you getting wailed on by Judah, who's kind of punching you to smithereens. But for round 4, let's try it out. Let's just try to be a little bit smarter. Thank you. I forgot it. That's got to be it. Now, you know what's funny? I thought about this the other day. I said, yo, people don't even know that you can do this in the game. Let me show you what I never. Oh, good punch. No, let me not show you yet. All right, I'm backing up. I'm going to do what the computer does. It seems to work for them. Yeah, he's coming, man. He ain't no punk, bro. Oh, that's it. I haven't got the knockout animation or like the buzzed animation yet. Apparently, the commentators are biased in my favor. I'm not sure how often that happens. He's throwing, man. I think he smells blood in the water. And I think he's right to have smelt that. But one thing I never do is this. Like, you know, I forgot I could do that. Because, oh, there we go. Oh, maybe I should start doing it more. But no, it burns stamina. And I don't like to waste stamina on moving and not doing nothing. Like, if I'm going to burn stamina, I got to be on the punch. Because I'm a saver. I don't want to waste stamina. Why would I do that? All right, I'm noticing that he's going to the body a lot. See, in boxing, it's not just about punching, right? If you're a boxer, you know this. It's about, like, it's a mental man's game, too. And what I'm noticing is he's going to the body quite often. And obviously, I don't want to get caught up top, but he's going to the body so much that I can probably, there you go, you see it? So I'm thinking to myself, he's going to the body so much. Hold on, let me get this guy out of here. Great job, Judah. I'm not sure how he was able to get out of that round. I really am not. I don't know how he did it. All right. Okay, let me be smart here. He's taking a lot of damage, and I don't want to lose. Do you know what happens when your damage meter goes all the way up? They call the fight. I didn't know that. So I don't want to get that have that happen. Oh, he's hurt, man. I think he's hurt now. Ooh, you saw it. You saw me. I went for that home run punch. You saw it. This is another great one, man. I thought that maybe it wouldn't be. I wasn't sure, but I'm wrong. This is another good fight. Good blocking, boy. I don't even do the whole head thing. I should, right? I never do this punch either. It's a jab to the body. It's such a good punch. I just don't, you know, I'm never in my right mind to slow the fight down and think about that punch. But look, you saw what happened when I did it, right? I was guarding the body, and then I caught him trying to catch me up top. But I think countering him is going to start from the body. Oh, my gosh, my block is down. I'm sitting here talking, not paying attention. My block meter is all the way down. But I think knocking him out, or rather getting him in that animation, it's going to start from the, you know, blocking the body and having him think that he got a good shot up top and then countering quickly. That was a good uppercut that he just took. There we go. All right, there you go, y'all. I think I fouled him out. I think I gotta start blocking my body more because that's where most of his punches are going. Oh, all right, but we don't want to forget that face, boy. That's the moneymaker. We don't. I'm realizing that when you bait, you can bait the AI or the computer rather to. Ooh, he's taking some shots, y'all. I'm telling you, Judah is taking some shots. I know somebody feel me on that. Judah is taking some shots right now. See, I try to make all my opponents real, man. Like I don't want it to feel like I'm just fighting against anybody, yo. I'm fighting against Judah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you can feel his story almost. You can almost feel it. Judah is real, bro. He's a real guy. Feel me on that. He's taking a lot of damage though. If you look at his damage meter, it is filling up. I want to try to see if I can get this guy going. What's it, southpaw? Okay, good body shot. Heck of a body shot, actually. Good shot, boy. Oh, he caught that right on the button. You don't want to take lefts, though, Judah. You don't want to take the left ones. The right ones is okay. The left ones are not good. Just trying to help. There it is. I switched my stance, and it seemed to, and I know maybe this is not true, but it just seemed like it was the right move. All right, I'm going body because that's where most of his punches are going. And I'm hoping that I can just time it just right. Like that right there. It didn't give me the animation, but it was just well timed. And he's taking lefts. He shouldn't be taking those. Oh, don't want to take those either. Oh, yeah, he's playing. All right, good. All right. Slow down. He blocked the heck out of that. He blocked it so well, like, it made me nervous. All right, I know what. Oh, there you go. That's what I want to catch him right there. I want to block low, causing him to go high, and he's taking too many punches. He can't take that kind of damage. Like, and then you know what? Why he's blocking so much? It's a great time to use that reach advantage. Do you see it? I'm trying to bait him. There you go. It's working, y'all. It's working. And he can't take lefts, man. You can't take lefts, Judah. I'm just telling you, as a friend. You can't take the lefts. You can take the right ones. Great job on Judah's part, and very bad job on my part. He's not punching no more, everybody. We got him. He's scared. He's not punching no more. Come on. I'm daring him. I'm daring him now. He don't want it. He don't want it. You can't take the left ones, Judah. His stamina's down, so that means his power's down. Why would I let him do that to me? I'm serious. Oh, yeah. This is definitely a bully fight now. I was kind of playing it like kind of modest. But I feel like right now, bro, I got this guy. I got him, y'all. I got him where I want him. I think I got him, everybody. Ooh, good blocking on my part. Oh, yeah, he got it. He got to get it. He got to get it now, y'all. Ooh, why they ain't let that go through, man? Ooh. Oh, he running. He in the corner and everything. Oh, yeah, you know what happens when I do this, y'all. If you've been watching, you know. Good job, yo. Judah is definitely a fighter, though. He's not going out like a sucker, though, you know. And it really makes me a little concerned because it just shows me that this is about what I can expect now. I'm trying to break his guard. I don't know if you knew that you could do that. I'm trying to break his guard. I love the realism in this game, even though it's probably not 100% simulation. It still got some really cool simulation concepts. You know, like you could break a person's guard if the energy is low. I mean, the blocking gauge is low enough. If you catch them at the right time, even if they're blocking, you can break through it. I think that's pretty dope. All right, Judah, you did a good job, bro. You tried. Yeah, I felt like Judah should have set this one out. I felt like he was definitely balling out for a minute. But just based off those last few rounds, I just really thought that he didn't hold up. He took a lot of shots early in the fight, and I think over time it just built up, and he just wasn't ready for the aftermath. Once again, man, that was a heck of a fight, and I know you had to enjoy that. And the reason I know that is because I enjoyed it, bro. I enjoyed it. That was a heck of a fight. I'm a boxing fan. I'm a boxing enthusiast, and I know a good fight when I see one. That was very, very fun. If you enjoyed that whatsoever, throw a like on it. We were going to win that fight if it went the distance. I thought it might. And actually, shout out to Judah. I think this might have been my longest fight so far. Now, let's have a discussion. There is a guy by the name of Boaz Lowe. And if I'm not mistaken, he's right above me in the rankings. And Boaz Lowe gave me some problems in sparring. And I just think, call me crazy, I just think that this might be a good fight. But I have to find him. Where is he? All right, I don't see Boaz. Oh, there he is. He's right below me, which is hilarious, right? Now, tell me what you think. Should I run this fight right now? We both won 17 fights. He's lost 10. But Boaz Law gave me problems the last time in sparring. And I just think that was just like perfect. A perfect setup. Or should I go deep within the, what do you call it? The fight, spectrum. I'm due for a good fight, an easy fight. Let me rephrase that. I'm talking about Lauren Bryant easy. I'm due for one of these fights, man. I've been busting my hind part going against all these crazy fighters. I just feel like I deserve a break. But I don't know if this is the time. I think Boaz Law is the fight for me. He's right beneath me. I feel like I'm like a mandatory for him. And he gave me such problems in sparring that I think that the viewers will appreciate a EA Sports pay-per-view against Boaz Law as the second fight in this episode. And you know what? Because I care about y'all and I want y'all to be entertained, I'm going to take this fight. I don't know why I'm taking it. I think it's a bad decision to run it right now because my YouTube psyche is kicking in. I'm thinking, wait a minute. It'll be such a better move to make Boaz Law a video by itself because I've been hyping Boaz Law up. I keep saying Law. I've been hyping him up so much that I think it'd be smarter to fight him in his own separate video. But we don't have time to think about the future. We got to think about right now. And with that being said, I just think personally, I got to run this against Lowe, bro. Lowe is a problem. I think he's a problem. And I think the smart thing to do right now is to give him his run. All right, so check this out, though. Some things have to work. Some things have to be fixed and changed. Number one, I need power in my right hand. I just don't think that I have that right now. So I am going to auto-train the heavy bag punch in hopes that gives me some power in my right hand. And we'll go back to the drawing board and see what else is next. But that has to happen. A 71 is just not it. It's just not it. Now that we're back to the, to the training board, let's see what we got here. Should I go and do it again? Should I run it back and bring that right punch up to a 75? And then that would also subsequently bring up his heart and stamina, which I think would be amazing. But if we look at the actual board itself and kind of take a look at what needs to be done, it looks like I don't care about head movement. I don't care about foot speed. I'm a slow fighter. I'm acknowledging it, and I'm going to accept that. I think head toughness is a big deal. That's probably right here. This is where I need to put my energy at, right here. But in doing so, I lose punch accuracy, which is not okay with me. Okay, this is a good spot right here. I get punch accuracy. We got to go here, y'all. I do want to increase my boxer's right hand power, but I think punch accuracy is a big deal, and it could be the reason why so many of my punches seem to just miss, even though if I'm right there on the button. So I'm going to try something a little different here. Okay, it didn't move the needle, but I think this is something that I have to continue to build, and it did not detract from my left or right hand power. So if you ask me, I think it was the right decision to do that. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the fight preview. I know somebody cares, and I do as well. He's an overall rating of 68, and you would think that this is an easy win, but I saw him in sparring, and he gave me such a problem that it's hard for me to believe that, sometimes you have to look beyond the numbers. Now, I will exploit this. His chin is a 70, and his head toughness is a 60. Theoretically speaking, this should be a very easy fight, but I saw what I saw in sparring. Okay, I saw what I saw, and I can't unsee it. He gave me problems, and I have to put him to the test. By him, I mean Rick King, baby. Real world connotations. Here's what happened. I'm on this winning streak. I'm on this very big high, but everybody keeps bringing up on social media how Boaz Lowe exposed me in sparring. And me and Boaz fought the same fighter, and Boaz beat him better, right? And by the way, even though Boaz was a lower ranked fighter than the guy that we're talking about that we've mutually fought, even though he was a lower ranked fighter, Boaz Law exposed him and knocked him out. So you have to think that he also thinks he can do the same thing to the King, baby. Here it is, y'all. Here it is. This is what you wanted to see. It's your main man, Rick the Dawn, bringing top of the level content. Stop playing, man. You ain't gonna get it here. You ain't gonna get it better than this nowhere else. Nowhere else. I don't care who you follow, who you like, how many followers, how many subscribers they got. Ain't nobody doing it like your main man Rick the Don, your big brother online. You already know what it is. B Law, Low, that's what his name is. 17-10, 12 knockouts from B More. You already know B More breeds some of the most toughest boxers. You know what I'm saying? And this is pay-per-view. That's why I'm letting you watch everything, because this is real deal right here. This is real deal right here. This is a long-awaited fight, man. We've been waiting for this fight for so long, and we finally got it. 6'8", 250 pounds, 17-0, 17 knockouts from Detroit. Boaz lost 6'3", 208 pounds, 17-10, 12 knockouts. Definitely that guy, bro. Definitely that guy. This is going to be a good fight, y'all. I think so. And his overall rating might be 68, but you saw where he was ranked. He was ranked right below me. So that got to tell you something. I think he's a little short. Whoa, okay. That chin is definitely a problem. Oh, wow. Really? I didn't think it was going to be that easy. I guess I should have known that by looking at his rankings. But he really got exposed out here. I mean, talk about sparring is not a fight. You know, he probably got off in sparring. I was going maybe 50%. And Boaz Low thought to himself, oh, this guy's not really that tough. I can take him. He's not really all that. He's overrated. But I'm going to tell you right now, boy, this is not sparring, is it? Oh, good punch. I'm just going to go. Oh, there you go. I broke it. I broke it. I did it. That's what I've been trying to do all forever. I broke his guard, dude. I love doing that, by the way. I don't do it often, but when I do it, I get excited. I don't know if you can tell. Boy, stop playing. See, this is what happens when people think you a knockout artist. They forget that you really a boxer, bro. Oh, he breaking my guard. Oh, you can't take those, Boaz. Boaz. What a name. Hey, Boaz. You cannot take those kind of punches, Boaz. All right, the stamina is a problem. Punching myself out, not a good look. You know, even though I'm having fun here and kind of enjoying myself, I hate looking like an amateur, bro. He taking some big punches, by the way. And you cannot take lefts, Boaz. He's a runner. He's a track star. Good job. I'm not mad at you for doing that, by the way. Come on, Boaz. You trying to get out the first round? Man, he doesn't throw. He doesn't have good output. You know, I'm looking at his flaws. He's not throwing no out. He's not throwing. He got to throw. You cannot fight King blocking, bro. He mad. He mad, y'all. You saw that? I'm throwing haymakers just because. I'm basically calling him out like, bro, expose me. If you was talking on that junk at press conference, show me what you can do. Otherwise, you just talking. I'm about to break that guard. We need a fight like this every once in a while. I'm trying to break his guard and then break his jaw. He throwing though. He throwing now. I can see. You see the throw. His exchange kind of increased. All right, we got 61 points in that round. I think that says it all. I'm going to spend all my stamina, bro. At the end of the day, bro, who cares? Take the stamina. I want to fight. There you go, right there, man. Somebody is happy with me right now. Like, Rick, this is what we wanted to see, Rick. This is what we wanted to see. I told you I wasn't going to let you down, cuz. What you talking about? Why he running like that? Good punch, and I didn't block it because I thought I deserved that punch. I know that sounds stupid, but I'm like, he got so exposed on that punch. Like, I'm going to let it go through. This look like Mr. T and Rocky. Bruh, I'm just really showing out. Boaz Law is definitely a little boy. He's not on that level. He's not ready for me right now. And he really should have just stayed out the way. He really shouldn't have accepted this fight. I thought Boaz Low was going to be a problem. And turns out I'm the problem. Oh, my gosh. He got exposed. I cannot wait to watch that fight back. Because right now I'm in player mode. I want to watch that in viewer mode, bro. I got to switch the settings on this one. I got to watch that in viewer mode. I got to see my main man Rick King show that he really on a different level. And that everybody got to start showing some respect. Because I think right now everybody playing around with him. All right? Boy. It's not often that I'm able to just kind of let loose and have fun. Because I know the other fighter doesn't have the power to really do anything. It doesn't happen often. So that was great. That was great. Just being able to throw haymakers and uppercuts, knowing that, eventually they're going to break through his guard because his block power is probably not up to par. But at the same time, we got to expose these little boys because you know how it be sometimes. You saw where he was ranked at. He was ranked right below me. So you got to think about it. If bro is ranked right below me, they basically saying we the same. So I had to show him this levels to this big dog. You know what I'm saying? I had to show him. I didn't want to do that to him, but he kept on barking. Now he done dropped down a little bit. Now who behind me now? Okay, Jim Hill. Now, naturally, I should probably challenge myself. I've been talking a lot of trash. Probably so. But you know what? Wait a minute. Slow down. Okay, let me look at these people real quick. He's a 74. Do you want to see that fight? What fight did you want to see? What fight you want to see? That's the question. All right, I don't want to go up. I'm not going up. I got to slow down. I don't want to get too high up there and be having to fight Muhammad Ali this early. My career's still young and budding. You know, I'm still at that point in my career where I'm trying to pad my record a little bit. But at the same time, oh, this guy look like he a killer. Look at him, bro. He is 68 overall, so we know he's not a killer. Let's be realistic. I'm not gonna sit here and try to sell you on a fight that I know I'm gonna win by a long shot. You know, I don't think he has it. You know what? Check this out. I'm gonna do something I don't do often. All right, I'm gonna see if I can squeeze this fight into this episode. I usually try to keep it, you know, two fight. Wait. Time out. Wait, they're not gonna allow me to box. Hold up, time out, y'all. Let me make an adjustment. I don't want to. I want to have two trainings in one episode or between fights. Waldo Perez. That's an interesting name. It makes me a little. All right, there we go. This is what I want. I want to take the fight that has two trainings that's just below the one training option because that makes sure I'm not aging my fighter too fast. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to decide whether or not I want to include this fight into this episode after my training. I want to see if I can get up to 80 rating overall. So far, I keep bouncing between 77 and 76. I really, really want to start to get my boxer where he needs to be. Now, I'm going to tell you, the reason why he's not leveling up fast enough is because I'm prioritizing certain things like power. But once I start to put more points into like punch accuracy and things of that nature, I do think that it's going to allow my boxer to start to, you know, level up a little bit faster. Okay. So that's what's really going on. But it's really difficult when you're playing this game not to put points into your power because you just, you know, as a natural fan of the game, you just automatically think that's what is going to get you where you're supposed to go, power. But it's not always that simple. All right, I didn't win. Okay, there it is, prospect of the year. So when they're saying I'm the prospect of the year, what they're saying is we think that this guy's going to be a big deal, you know, coming up soon, right? And then some boxers, they're, you know, retired there. I'm not going to look at that because I don't want to spoil the surprise in learning that Muhammad Ali retired, despite the fact I really want him to retire. I do not want to fight Muhammad Ali. Okay, I don't know if you can tell. Okay, so check this out. So punch accuracy is my new. Okay, maybe this is where I want to go. I would lose points in body toughness, and that's not something I care about. But I would finally get above the bar in punch accuracy. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to play it out. I'm going to do it. Because then my punch power will skyrocket. My punch accuracy will go above 80. And at that point, all I need to do is work on my right hand punch power. And once I get my right hand punch power above 80, I should be good. All right? Should be. I think I'm going to try to squeeze that Perez fight into this one. I'm going to focus for just a minute. Damn it. I missed it. I should be able to get above 5 though. I should be good, y'all. I'm good. Oh man, I was like, dang it. I got champion. I'm good. I think if you get above 5,000, you straight. But I was like, oh my gosh, I messed it up at the worst possible time. Okay, so I got a game plan. My game plan, yes, my punch accuracy is now above 80, and I think that's exactly where I want to be. Okay, my punch accuracy is up. That means that now, not only now am I throwing strong and big punches, now I'm throwing strong, accurate punches. That's terrifying for somebody. Not me though. I hate that when I do this, I lose head toughness. You just don't want to lose that. You just don't want to lose that. But I think right now I have to have right hand punch power that is above 80. It's just bothering me to see that 73. But I'll tell you what is not bothering me. What's not bothering me is my left hand power being at 83. And I'm going to tell you right now, what that's making me feel like is when I throw my lefts, I can kind of rest assured that it's going to take off a nice chunk of that other fighter's, that part. Real world connotations. Okay, your main man, Rick King, just knocked out Boaz Lowe. We found out that the hype is real. It was a heck of a fight. We've all seen this before where a boxer comes out and has a heck of a performance. And what that is a measuring stick. It's basically saying, hey, I'm better than you thought. We saw this before. No disrespect to my main man, Errol, but we saw this before with Terrence Bud Crawford. It was like we thought they were the same, and then we see that they're not. Everybody thought that Boaz Lowe was the same as your main man, Rick King, and they found out real quick it was not true. I know what the stats say. I'm going to be slow. I'm not going to just jump out there and start welling on this guy. He's fighting on his back foot, and he's actually a thrower. He's throwing pretty. Oh, and he dodged that. Okay. All right, big guy. I see you. He's kind of slippery. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm kind of struggling with connection with this guy. Like I'm not. Okay, he. Okay. Yeah, he's a little slippery. I gotta watch out for him. Because my left hand is so powerful, I'm gonna switch stands. I'm gonna switch it because I want my jab to be a left jab. Or he's throwing some heck of it. I want my left jab. I want that to be the punch that he's getting hit with. I want that 83 power to keep him at bay. Okay, this guy is a little weaselly. I don't know if you ever fought somebody like that. Like you can't hit him, or you ever seen somebody. He's a little weaselly. He's a little weaselly, y'all. But he's definitely responding. You can tell when he gets hit with that left, he responds. There you go. You see that fallback? He's responding to that left hand power. And he better answer, because that left hand is coming. Yeah, he's definitely responding to the power. You can see the reaction that he's showing. He's responding more to the left than he is with the right. And I'm gonna see if I can break that guard. And I don't want to expose myself too much. I'm gonna go back to my normal stance. I'm just more comfortable this way. Oh, that's got to be it for him. Oh, good block by him. Good timely block, by the way. Very timely. All right, I think this is a different fight than what I expected. I was expecting like a Lauren Bryant type of fight or a Boaz Lowe kind of fight. He's very crafty. He's crafty. So, like, he's able to get further on less. Somebody's mad that I'm throwing uppercuts, man. I just want to break through that guard and kind of expose him a little bit. But he's actually a serviceable fighter. I think I'm going to break him down this round right here. And if you look at my energy, you'll see I'm not lying. Like, he clearly got some punches off. That's a bad. He's a fast blocker. Gosh, he's really fast. He's really fast. Good. Oh, my gosh. Okay. All right. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know how wrong. Okay, he's definitely not. He doesn't have a good chin, but he makes up for his lack of chin and his craftiness, I should say. You see what I try to do? I try to set him up with the body shot. Yeah, he's crafty. Okay, I got to be a little bit more. Yeah, he's crafty. He's not your average. Yeah, he's crafty, y'all. And I love it. I love that you get to see this, because you would look at the rating and say, oh, he's not, or Rich took an easy fight. But he's crafty. And it just speaks to how well EA made this game. All right, but what if I know somebody's like that, yo, Rick, just try to expose him. Like, try to fight him like you would fight somebody you're way better than, because you technically are way better than him. Good block by me. I'm so surprised that block got off. But if I try to fight him like he a weasel, like he a little bum, I'm going to see how, maybe it's just my perspective, you know? Sometimes you got to change your perspective. For example, like when you were fighting, or I should say when you were getting bullied, you thought that the guy was really bad and really tough, and then one day you just kind of fought him and he was like super weak. It was just a change of perspective that it took. But no, I don't know if that's the case here. I feel like he's really. Look, you see what he does? Did you see that? That was so smart. Like when he missed and he saw my counter coming, he backed up, and I was not able to get the counter punch in. So he's kind of Weasley. All right, but I'm gonna start to. Yeah, he's a little Weasley. All right, this is a real fight. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to kind of take a little bit of a hint, and the hint is pretty obvious. He's not a bum, okay? And I have to fight him as such. And if I fight him like he's a real boxer, maybe like somebody I'm afraid of even, I think I'll have more success. I think I was gonna come out. I thought I was gonna come out and just easily get this guy out of there. And as a result, I kind of just lost focus and stuff like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to fight him like a real fighter. I'm going to expect to go the distance. I'm not going to expect a knockout. And I think I'll have more success as a result. Beautiful combo right there. None of it really went anywhere. Now, I will say that I'm doing a good job with countering him. Better than, I might be giving myself credit for necessarily. Because, like I said, I was calling him very slippery. But I'm getting several counter opportunities on this guy. I love how EA set this up. Like, you'll see as I'm blocking low, when he punches high, you can see his punches go through my guard and just nick me on the chin. And you can see my boxer actually react to the nicks. It's so, this game is like 100 years old, man. And I'm like thoroughly enjoying both the look of it and the gameplay of it. All right, here we go. He's not swinging, and that's always a sign for me to get busy. I'm not going to be I'm not going to sit there and wait for this guy to connect. He's throwing enough punches with enough ferocity, and he's lasting long enough that he can kind of make this fight interesting. And I don't want to be exposed on this episode. Are we going to punch that guard? All right, I thought the guard would get broken in that the uppercut right there. Oh, wow, they actually know that I'm unbeaten? That's crazy. Yeah, EA did a heck of a job, man. How else can we say this? I'm not a big fan of EA Sports. I'm not going to lie. I don't like Madden. For example, I'm a 2K guy. Many people don't even know there was an NFL 2K. But I'm a 2K guy, so, like, I'm not a big fan of Madden, honestly. Wow, this guy is really... Wow, man, you cannot tell me he's not fighting impressively, man. You just couldn't tell me that. I wouldn't believe you. He's very impressive, man. And... I have to, you know what? Let's try something else. We gotta try something. Like, the guy's not going like that. I'm gonna see if I can switch my stance and just kind of catch him a little bit more often with different punches. I'm not mad at body shots. I'll take those. Good punch. And he seems to be very, very calculating when I go down to block the body, because he's going crazy on the body type. Body punches. Oh, he don't want to take those. This is a good test for King. I think that he's fast. He got some very fast hands, man. Good punch, bro. I got to give him that. That was just a good punch. This is one of those fights that after it was over, I'm gonna dap him up and give him his props, basically. Like, yo, he wasn't a punk. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen that happen where you think they're going to be mad at each other after the fight, but they kind of dap up? This is one of those fights. It's like, I respect him because I thought he was going to be, Boaz low for the most part. But you gotta acknowledge that the guy's hanging in there. And he just, all right, I'm taking him way more seriously now. Way more seriously now. He's not a punk. Okay. I can imagine somebody seeing me pick him as a combatant and saying, yo, Rick is trying to take the easy way out. And then you see me on my back foot now. I mean, how quick things have turned. I don't even know how to deal with him because he's slippery. He's difficult to hit. I don't know if he's difficult to hit. And I think what I can do to change my fortunes in this fight is really rely more on the jab and straight. And that's something I haven't done. I've been going hook crazy, but I think the real answer lies in the jab and the straight. And just better defense. I think that he really exposed my defense. He's so fast that I do think my defense has been exposed in this fight. I'm going to forego anything like that. I don't even want to daze him off of a haymaker. Oh, he's definitely showing some signs of weakness, though. This fight, or round rather, is starting to look a little bit more like it's heading in my direction. I'm going to try to vary my blocking a little bit and just kind of catch him a little bit more. I think he's been doing a good job with catching me. I think you're going to see in this round me improve my blocking. I'm going to just try to make sure he doesn't hit me flush. And also, there you go. I'm going to try to make sure that I also improve my punch variety and body punches. He hasn't taken anything to the body. Going to the body will ensure that I might even have a shot at the top. Unfortunately, I'm not varying my punches enough to go for the body, so he's always in position to block. As soon as I made that slight adjustment, you saw what happened. I took a couple shots to the body, and the body was open. Also, sorry, his head was open by virtue of going to the body. So I think that's what has to change in this round. I have to go to the body more. And AKA, I need to vary my punches a lot more. I mean, if you know the punches are coming in one direction, you can block it. You can protect yourself. But if you don't know where they're coming at, kind of like how I feel fighting him. Like, I don't know where his punches are going. They seem to be very diversified. And he has power, and it's terrifying me, I'm telling you. And I feel like I'm going back to one-dimensional fighting. Let me verify a little bit or diversify. And his energy is waning. Like, every time I hit this guy, he's definitely feeling it, bro. You can see his energy just take the biggest dips now. But nevertheless, he is doing a heck of a job with his counterpunching. I have to give him his credit. Good job on the block. Just wasn't prepared for the counterpunch. I just didn't expect that to get through. And I'm starting to wane on stamina. And again, a big shout out to Perez. He just definitely was more than I bargained for. I did not expect him to be anything like this. I did not expect it. I'm going to hold off on adding more points because I feel like I can get him out of here this round. And if I can't get him out of here, I want to use as many points as possible. Great block on my part. Ooh, how did he not get hit with that? Hey, man, talk about going the distance. If a 68 can give me this many. Oh, wow. Wow. Was that a right? Wow, the right hand with that 75 punch power is a issue, man. Just because it's not as big as my left power, it's still a problem. You still don't want to get hit by it. Man, shout out to Perez, man. I got so much respect for Perez. You just don't even know the half. I respect Perez so much because he just brought something that I just was not expecting, man. I was not expecting that level of competition by Perez. Man, that was a heck of a fight. I won every round just about. But again, he just brought something. He hit me 224 times. That's not much more than I hit him, which tells you that he was throwing, man, and he was a problem. And I'm looking at my my avatar. He hit me on the left and right. He hit me on my left body a lot. So I got to do better with my blocking. I think he exposed my blocking a great deal. All right, we definitely went down in terms of punch accuracy, and I know why, because Perez was getting out of the way, man. I could not tag this guy. All right, but anyway, I think it's time to end this episode. In the next episode, we're going to take a look at our competition and see who else is out there. I think that I have a new respect for these guys down here. Just because a fighter doesn't have the highest ranking in terms of whatever, it doesn't mean that he's an easy win. I think my next fight would have to be this guy. He's 6'4". He has a reach of 79 inches, and quite frankly, he looks like a comparable fighter. He beat B Low as well. He did lose to Apollo Simpson. I know why. Apollo Simpson is a craze ball, a very difficult fighter. And some might argue I should run it back against him, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I think it's too soon to be running back, that many times. Who is this guy? It's a different name I haven't seen. No, they're not Lauren. This guy right here. Who is this? I've never seen this guy before. Declan Palmer. That's an interesting name. Yeah, he's a 74. I think I'm going to give him a run. I think so. I think I'm going to start off with Declan Palmer, and then I'm going to battle it out with Jim Hale, who I think is actually the fighter I should be fighting. I think Jim Hale is a stronger fight for me, and quite frankly, I think he'll give me some problems. He is. Let me see. He's a 68 overall, but I just saw a 68 just give me all kinds of problems. I'm going to fight these two fighters in my next fight. I'm going to fight Declan Palmer, and then I'm going to run it against Jim Hall. Wow. Wait. Wait. Hold on. Time out. Declan Palmer is a 74, but he's lower on the rankings than Jim Hall. How does that work? I'm not sure how that works. And Declan Palmer has 30 wins. That's a lot of wins, by the way, and only 12 losses. Okay. Wait a minute. All right, my brain is churning. I don't know if you can tell. Jim Hall is the easier fight. Declan Palmer is a tough fight. He's 6 feet, 72 reach. I thought Jim Hall would be the bigger, the more difficult fight because he's 6'4" and he has a very long reach. But I think the real fight is Declan Palmer, which means let's suit up. All right, let's suit up. I want to fight Declan Palmer next, and I think it's because if you look at his overall rating, he's just a problem. He has power. He has a strong chin. We're going to fight him next, and I'm going to show that fight on the next episode. I think this episode has gone a little bit longer than my usual episodes. I put 3 fights into this one instead of the typical 2. Declan Palmer seems to be a worthy competitor, and for me, I think that's a fight that people probably want to see. So the next time you tune in with your main man Rick the Don on this series, you're going to see me fight Declan Palmer. He's a 74 overall. I'm a 78, so I'm not that much higher than him, and he's lower in the rankings. So it's a great opportunity for him to show that he belongs where I'm at. And if you saw me, I just struggled against a freaking 68, bro. Really? I'm really blown by that, by the way. So you got to think, if he struggled against a 68, a 74 could be exactly what it takes to knock this guy off his rocker, off his pedestal. And by the way, this fight is on the precipice of my 20th win and 20th win by KO. This always happens, or it can happen, where you think you're going to win that 20th fight by default just because it's there in front of you, not realizing you have to earn it. So this is a fight that's really going to put me to the test and see what I really bring to the table. But with that being said, I'm going to end this episode right here. I think you know what fight is next. It's your main man Rick the Don versus Declan Palmer. This is definitely a good fight. You don't want to miss it. He's had 42 fights, so that tells you he's very experienced. And that's all you need to know, man. I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace.